think
Why
that's
did they
not
just
possible.
switch it?
To become legal and pursue a path of citizenship that Kurt Whitman and Nicole Lindsay, the race for the
Our lovely wife Kate, she sacrificed so
Democrat Tom Sullivan.
usually when I make
Stand here! Terry! Terry, turn it up!
But this is just another type of good news. Ladies and gentlemen, we built this campaign from the ground up, and each and every one of you were a part of it. And you all joined the campaign to make sure that Bobby got in there to bring your voices to the table. No one else, not just myself. My dad's made his life all about service from the beginning. When we first met my mom 25 years ago,
Republicans net gain of 4 in the Senate. Republicans have picked up 4 seats thus far. Keep in mind the projections for the Republicans ranged anywhere from 3 to 10 or 11.
Can we get an engineer over there to turn that down?
It's with great pleasure and great honor that I get to introduce to you guys the next Congressman of the 17th.
We're not very great.
Well, you did it. You know, we came out with a very simple message.
Yeah.
Lower taxes,
Yes.
less government spending, and a limited government that gives power back to the people. You know, when we got into this race in February of 2009, I'd go out and people said, throw him to the wolves. And you know, I got to thank my dad, because, that's right, Hank,
God rest his soul.
when I was a kid, he gave me some work ethics that have never left me, and I'm passing them down to my children, and we all need to pass them down to our children. You guys all ran a very hard race, a strong race, and a classy race. You know, when we look out there across this great land, and we see the bullseye on the small businesses, the ones that we call the employers, well, that bullseye is coming off in January. And it's going to be a great day in January when we see that Nancy Pelosi is no longer the Speaker of the House. You know, some would argue that this is such a huge mess. We've seen our unemployment rates double. We've seen the debt grow to $13.5 trillion. You know, and I would submit to each and every one of you here today, and anybody watching at home, that the greatest generation was called upon. And you know what? They rose to the occasion. They went through the Great Depression and they fought several wars. Ladies and gentlemen, we are being called upon for the future generations of the United States of America, and it's time for us to rise up. I will tell you this, we can't do this alone. It's not just about Democrats and Republicans and independents. It's about citizens of the United States of America who are here to take their country back. We've got a lot of work to do. We've got to give some true health care reform that's good for everyone. And when we bring it to the table, we do it with transparency, and we do it that's something that's very good for everybody. And we don't run businesses out of the United States of America, kind of like what this plan's going to do. Cap and trade is dead. You know, I did something unique back in January this past year. I did a contract with the 17th Congressional District. And my dad taught me as a kid, Bobby, you always have to lead by example.
Right.
So I term limited myself. I will not take the pension. I will not take the pay increases. And my family and I will take our own health care to Washington, D.C. when we get there. And I hope and pray that other members will follow my lead, just like my dad taught me. And they'll come across, because we all in this room know that when our founders put this entire thing together, they wanted average folks like us right here in this room and the people watching to take our tool belt off, set it off to the side, go in and serve the people of this great nation. And when we were done serving, we were to take our tool belt, put it back on and get back to work. When I'm done serving, I'm going to go back to flipping pizzas. What I do want to do is I do want to congratulate Congressman here for the great work that he did for our veterans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen. And I promise you this, I will follow it up and I'll improve it as much as I can. Look at folks, we've got a lot of work to do. This isn't something where I'm just going to wait until January to get this thing rolling. I've taken a lot of time away from my family to run this campaign over the last year and a half. We're going to take a few days off, and then we're going to reach out to Democrats, Republicans, and Independents across this 17th district. This is all about one thing, and it's about being united, and it's working for the people of the 17th, not a party. What we have to do is we got to work for people. We've got to get them back to work. We've got to stop the job-crushing bills that are sending our jobs overseas. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize somebody here today. There's a lot of people in this room that have done so much for this cause. And I thank each and every one of you for that. But my wife, of almost 25 years, can we send my 10 children up here? Folks, I'm here to tell you, when you elected Bobby Schilling, you didn't know you were getting all 12 of us, did you? I will tell you this, so on a more serious note, is that I promise you each and every day when I wake up, I will work my finger to the bone for the people of the 17th. You know, we've watched our state go all the way down to number 48 out of 50 in job creation. Here in the 17th, here in the Midwest, we've got the hardest working Americans that live right here. There's no excuse for it. What we have to do is we need to create that environment that makes it to where people want to not only stay here, but they want to expand and create more jobs. And folks, I got news for you. We don't do that by raising their taxes. You know, before we leave tonight, I got a lot more work to do. I want to shake every single person that's in this room tonight. I want to shake your hand and thank you. I look forward to serving the people of the 17th District.